Y'all already know. It is the His Word.
Her word.
Podcast episode number 25. That's right. But y'all, I feel like we need to start over, right? On a clean slate. Okay. I feel like we need to reintroduce ourselves, get to know you guys. Y'all get to know us. Y'all probably like, what happened? Let me tell you something. Life has been happening, right?
It's been crazy.
Things have just been transpiring back to back to back. Some good, some terrible. But y'all, we trying to get back into this thing for y'all. Y'all already know. So the topic of the day is, does involving others in your problems resolve issues? Now, when I ask this question, I mean whether it's relationships, family, friends, in a workspace, wherever, just in general, right? What's your opinion, babe? Let me start with you.
As far as what?
Do you think involving other people in your problems resolve the issues?
It don't resolve it, honestly, because
why?
I feel like it causes problems. You said why?
Yes.
Because think about it. I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't help, but okay, it depends on what kind of situation it is too.
Infidelity.
Huh?
Say if it's infidelity.
And you try to get like a family member or somebody like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's
Why,
just gonna
why
cause problems.
Wouldn't it work?
Think about it.
Yeah, why wouldn't it work for you?
It's not gonna work for me because if somebody from your family is taking the opposite side, let's just say like it's not you that cheated, but the spouse cheated. That's gonna cause problem between you and the family member, or you and the person that that you with. So, how about you?
Well, to answer that question accurately, I would say, not really, but
jabs
from my point of view,
yeah.
I feel like if you and your spouse is going through something, whether it's infidelity or a misunderstanding or whatever, right? I don't think that it's healthy to get other people's opinions, especially multiple people, for the simple fact that if you got 5 people, right?
Yeah.
All 5 of those people that you talk to, they all gonna have something different to say, right? So while maybe 2 or 1 out of that 5 is gonna give you great advice, like, nah, maybe you should go to counseling, or maybe you should take some time away or whatever, it's gonna be them other ones that's gonna be like, leave that person, blah 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 blah, because of this, because of that. It's gonna be more negative than positive.
It causes problems. Like I said,
it
causes problems. So, it does cause problems, though.
I feel like involving other people do not resolve any issues.
They don't
at all. Like, okay, for example, growing up, you have like more friends and things like that. I had a bunch of like homegirls and stuff like that. We all go through our little junior high, high school, not even high school, junior high relationships and stuff. Somebody you like or you talk to or whatever. But everybody coming and telling their business. What I'm saying? Like, oh, me and this person went through this, or me and this person going through that, and he's doing this, or da da da. That's what was cool back then. But I feel like when you grown and at a certain age, it's just not cool no more. Even though a lot of people clearly still do it. You have a best friend or something. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like when you got to go through mad people, family, friends, coworkers, this and that, for the same thing, then you tell me why you need the opinion of so many other people.
Yeah. Let me ask you.
You feel you can easily resolve.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, and I'm going to ask, whoever's listening, do y'all feel like it's okay to tell other people your business, though?
Hell no. Nah.
Do you feel like that's okay? Why you think it's not okay?
I don't think so, because personally, I only tell a handful of people my business.
Yeah.
And when I say handful, I literally just mean you and your mom, right?
I know, but I'm talking about like even before me and you even got together.
No.
You think that?
And I say that because that has come back to bite me in the ass so many times.
Yeah. That's why prime example. Yeah, you're right. That's why I say prime example when people ask me, about their situation, whatever they gonna do. You see what I do. I don't sit there and try to overstep. I listen. I try to, not really say nothing negative, because the moment I do, that's when the problems start. When they start running their mouth telling the opposite, they could tell them something else. instead of telling them what I said, they'll tell them something else, and that would cause a major problem
that's
between,
playing telephone.
That's what I'm saying. So
everybody want to play telephone.
Yeah, why you think I don't tell nobody our business? So.
By the time you
that's how you do it.
Exactly.
And I always, believe it or not, though, always been like that, even growing up. So
see, like I said, I had to learn that hard way twice in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Relationship wise, ladies and gentlemen. And I can't tell you how many times family wise. When I say relationship wise, that happened to me. I had a friend, I tell you, me and her had a falling out, whatever like that. Next you know, to get back at me, her and the POS was messing around. I didn't give a shit about it. It was both of their loss because you didn't win anything. In fact, you just gained a complete asshole. But and then in high school, I told you a chick who me and my girls befriended. You know what I'm saying? Thought this chick was cool, and then everybody was saying,
Brought to you by the SoFi Daily Podcast. Reaching financial independence starts with having the right information. Every weekday morning, SoFi keeps you up to date with important business news, stock market happenings, and how they affect your financial life. Search for SoFi, SoFi, on the iHeart Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts. That's every weekday morning, SoFi, SoFi Daily Podcast for up-to-date important business news. Brought to you by the SoFi Daily Podcast. Did you know less than 17% of students were required to take at least one semester of personal finance in high school? If you need a refresher on personal finance for Financial Literacy Month, tune into the SoFi Daily Podcast every weekday morning. For facts, analysis, and updates related to markets and financial awareness, search for SoFi Daily Podcast on the iHeart Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts. That's SoFi Daily Podcast on the iHeart Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by the SoFi Daily Podcast. Reaching financial independence starts with having the right information. Every weekday morning, SoFi keeps you up to date with important business news, stock market happenings, and how they affect your financial life. Search for SoFi, SoFi, on the iHeart Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts. That's every weekday morning, SoFi, SoFi Daily Podcast for up-to-date important business news.
You got to keep your eye on this one and that one. And, I was moving, so I really didn't give a shit too much about the situation. But the prime example, when you telling people your business, and me and that person have a disagreement, you go and you tell your friends and y'all talk about it and you want to vent and this and that. Not knowing that out of, say, my 10 homegirls, it was that one that was soaking up that information like a sponge and using it to her advantage. And then when them two thought they were doing something by finally coming out with the shit, it just made me laugh because that made me realize yo, you really don't have friends in this world. Because while all my other true homegirls had my back, you was the main one that act like it, but then you wanted what somebody else's had, which again in another scenario you didn't gain shit at all. But that's why I don't like telling people my business, because I have been burnt with that friend-wise, and I have been burnt with that family-wise, because even family members, you tell family members certain things in your business, thinking that, they got your best interest in heart, and it don't even be like that. Next, they may tell somebody else in the family. Now, remind you, they may not be telling them, on no malicious intent, you know what I'm saying? They could just be saying, girl, I feel bad for such and such because da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And then that person gonna soak in that information, like I said, like a sponge, and then go tell somebody else, and that's when everybody want to start playing telephone. So no, I don't think that is wise to involve other people in your problems, because I feel like it don't resolve anything. Because you have too many opinions in your head. It affects and clouds your judgment. It makes you maybe do or say things that you normally wouldn't have done if you was not under the influence of many other people. You know what I'm saying?
That could definitely cause problems, though.
Most definitely. So, I mean, you ever had that kind of scenario where, you told somebody, whether it was a family or a friend, told somebody something, and then they went and told somebody else something, and then next you know, it was what the hell? That ain't even what happened, or something like that?
Nah, not really. But I had people, that prime example, my boys from back then. I had John. Prime example,
way back when.
Yeah, one of them used to. I'm not gonna say names. One used to tell the other one, you know, his business. And times when I wasn't around that one friend, you know, the other one be running his mouth to other people, you know, telling them their business. So you know, but I've definitely been around people that been, you know, doing stuff like that. How about you? Oh yeah, you said you did.
I have, and it's sad, you know. So like now being older, like almost 30, like. I really watch who I say certain things to because
you had to. That's the way you had to.
Like now, I feel
you can't even say your business to people. I mean, your own family because
that's so true.
It's sad. It's sad it's like that, but hey,
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true because out of my family, I can like literally not even count on one hand who I can genuinely tell my business to and actually trust with that information. I don't do friends, you know. I don't have time for friends, y'all. I'm sorry. I may be like, well, everybody need a friend. Well, you want to know the friend I got? My husband and my kids. Those are my friends.
Same here.
Bottom line, because like I said, I nowadays people are just not as genuine. Finding a genuine friend or somebody just genuine in general is like picking a needle out of a haystack. It's like damn near impossible because everybody, to me, nowadays have like their own hidden agendas, and it's just weird, you know. So like I said, when it comes down to, and then another reason why I don't tell family my problems and involve them in anything is because I know it won't ever get solved because I know the kind of feedback I would get from certain individuals, and it's just not the feedback that you want. Like, okay, a prime example, you know, I have a family member, a cousin, who flat out tell me, like, girl, I can't tell this and that on my business because A, B, C, and D would know. And they don't like, you know, when they were getting feedback for their relationship issues, the negativity that would come back.
Yeah.
So I just feel like don't ask somebody's opinion. Then when they say some shit that you don't want to hear, then you get mad and you get offensive. Like that's such a pet peeve to me because
and this is what
that person's opinion.
So this is what you know when it comes down to how my attitude is. You see, back then I used to be just listening, but when people be asking me, you know, my opinion, and when I start saying certain things, they get mad or they feel aware about what I said. But again, don't ask. And then you get mad. I just simply say it like that, you know.
Exactly.
See, like again, I could go back and you know just listening, but again, don't ask me if you're gonna feel away about it.
Yes.
Plain and simple. So hey, what can you do, man? What can you do? But yeah, I'm gonna say it again. That's how my attitude is now. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, then hey, I tried. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're so right about that because, like I say, you know, I cannot stand that. Like, don't ask people's opinion and then get upset. And like I said, in that individual I was talking about would get upset when she would, you know, receive certain feedback. Then I was like always telling her, like, girl, if you telling this person your business and then they give you their feedback, and then the next time you going through something and they say something negative, you can't get mad because they wouldn't have a negative response had you not been feeding them.
That's what I'm saying. That's true.
Negativity. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. So that's why I'm like, I can't trust a family.
Nah, you can't.
with my business either. I'm sorry, y'all. It is what it is. Like that, I wouldn't involve.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it don't resolve anything. Like,
it don't.
There was a particular situation where there was somebody we know, there was infidelity involved. Not us, y'all. Not us, but somebody we know. And that person went calling multiple people, announcing, you know, the breakup and all this other stuff. And while to me it was like very mind-boggling because it's like, okay, you know, I kind of felt like it was Joe Biden announcing that we was getting stimmies again. It's just, what's the point of it? Because you know the shit ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So
you never know, nah.
I would hope so. We need it. Y'all see the price of gas? How much is y'all gas? Hell, we almost $5.
That's what I'm saying.
But anyway, back on topic. So anyway, this person went announcing the breakup and all that stuff, and then went seeking feedback from friends and family members, and that person's extended family, and I kind of got pulled into it, you know, and it made me feel away because, like we just said, do not involve other people in your problems if you don't like the feedback, right? But in my case, I did not give feedback. I just simply, like, really just listened. Because I feel like it was no feedback to give, because I was, like, honestly extremely confused. And on top of that, I feel like it was one of those issues where you feel like it'll resolve on its own. You know what I mean?
Brought to you by the SoFi Daily Podcast. Did you know less than 17% of students were required to take at least one semester of personal finance in high school? If you need a refresher on personal finance for Financial Literacy Month, tune into the SoFi Daily Podcast every weekday morning. For facts, analysis, and updates related to markets and financial awareness, search for SoFi Daily Podcast on the iHeart Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts. That's SoFi Daily Podcast on the iHeart Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by the SoFi Daily Podcast. Reaching financial independence starts with having the right information. Every weekday morning, SoFi keeps you up to date with important business news, stock market happenings, and how they affect your financial life. Search for SoFi, SoFi, on the iHeart Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts. That's every weekday morning, SoFi, SoFi Daily Podcast for up-to-date important business news.
Support for this podcast is brought to you by Delmarva Power. An old fridge or freezer can waste energy, costing you more than $80 per year to run. As a Delmarva Power Delaware customer, you get $50 plus no-cost pickup for recycling an old, working fridge or freezer. Get $25 more for recycling an AC unit or dehumidifier at the same time. You'll do good for your community and the environment by keeping appliances out of landfills. Schedule your pickup today at delmarva.com/recycle.
So anyway, the person in the person they were with clearly, you know, worked it out or whatever, but then turned around and started to feel a way about me. That pissed me off because I feel like, again, if that person did not go spreading your business, right?
Yeah.
To other people and getting, like we just talked about, other opinions, you would not be going through what you're going through. Or perhaps you'll be going through what you're going through, but you won't be, like, you know, going through all the other nonsense. So, but like I said, you just gotta really learn who you giving certain information to.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to stay out of a lot of situations, for the simple fact that I don't go, you know, really talking to people or even messing with nobody. You know, I keep to myself. But I just feel like I said, involving other people is not. If you and that particular person cannot sit down and have a genuine conversation and work on what you got to work on,
it
ain't worth fixing. Because if the bad outweigh the good, then what are you holding on to?
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, the good outweigh the bad. You shouldn't even need nobody else.
Support for this podcast is brought to you by Delmarva Power. An old fridge or freezer can waste energy, costing you more than $80 per year to run. As a Delmarva Power Delaware customer, you get $50 plus no-cost pickup for recycling an old, working fridge or freezer. Get $25 more for recycling an AC unit or dehumidifier at the same time. You'll do good for your community and the environment by keeping appliances out of landfills. Schedule your pickup today at delmarva.com/recycle. Support for this podcast is brought to you by Delmarva Power. An old fridge or freezer can waste energy, costing you more than $80 per year to run. As a Delmarva Power Delaware customer, you get $50 plus no-cost pickup for recycling an old, working fridge or freezer. Get $25 more for recycling an AC unit or dehumidifier at the same time. You'll do good for your community and the environment by keeping appliances out of landfills. Schedule your pickup today at delmarva.com/recycle.
Opinion, because you should know how to work that situation.
You shouldn't be spreading your business anyway.
Own.
Yeah, basically, because honestly, I just simply see like this same situation is not meant for everybody to know, honestly, especially in cases like that.
Hallelujah.
This is with anything. It ain't even got to be involving cheating. It could be a simple argument. You know, y'all have a disagreement about something. You know, y'all not on the same page. You don't have to sit there and be telling the world your business. I just simply say it like that.
Exactly. And that's,
you know, and people don't. You know, come on, you ain't got to be any age to not learn. Not know that honesty.
Exactly.
Like I be stuttering and shit now.
That's exactly how
but it's the
I
truth
feel.
though, yeah. You know, come on, you don't always have to sit there and keep spreading your business. You know, I just simply see it like that.
That is exactly how I feel because, like you said, everybody do not need to know what you're going through and when you're going through it, and or any of that kind of stuff. Like just at all, you know. And like you said, that's like, oh, if me and you have a disagreement, and yes, everybody have disagreements.
Everybody do,
argue over something or whatever. But that's like me going and calling your mom. Then I'm calling your sister. Then I'm calling your brother and your father and your cousins. And I'm telling everybody that problem. And then when everybody start having an opinion about it, and then when me and you go work it out, and now you mad that everybody know your business and everybody got an opinion about what you're going through. But if you did not go to those 10 people, you would not be having these problems. You get what I mean? That's just simply how I see it. So, yeah, like I say, y'all, does involving other people resolve the issues? No. To me, I feel like it only makes it bigger because, like I say, even if you resolve it, now you're pissed off on the opinions that other people done gave you and stuff. So, whether it's friends, y'all, keep it to a bare minimum. If it's something petty and you don't give a shit about whatever, cool. Family, definitely keep it to a minimum because not everybody got your best interest at heart. Co-workers, zero. Nobody at your workplace should know a damn thing about what you're going through, especially in your relationship at all. Y'all ain't see what was that movie?
Which one?
Was the Baby Boy when he was messing with the girl from Yvette Job?
Yeah.
Going telling her business to her co-workers, and she was scheming on her man. Exactly. If you want to end up like Yvette, you keep your business out the workplace. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, keep your business out the workplace. And I just leave it at that. You agreeing with everything I'm saying, huh?
What you mean? I was talking.
But what I'm saying is it like ever like any other issues that you feel like?
Nah. Involving that, no, because
that you feel like
honestly, that was everything. What was that? Say it again.
If it's like something that like you feel wasn't resolved right because like, you know, other opinions and things was involved, or
I mean, I just don't like when people get thrown in it and all you doing is trying to help, you know, not even help, you just trying to give advice. You know, I don't like when people feel away, like we said, like we just said, when you give your opinion, even though, you know, you didn't really say really much to overstep it, you know, and they feel away and they start making saying you running your mouth and this and that. But again, like we said, stop telling the world your business. You don't have to worry about that. You see, I don't tell anybody our business. That's the way you have
honestly, not saying we ain't got no business to tell, but
even so though, but no, it ain't got to be nothing even involving that. Like I said, it could be anything. It could be anything we got going on.
You're not supposed to.
Financially,
you're not
anything. You're not supposed to say nothing. I mean,
you're not supposed to.
Again, you don't want to be like that, but again, we old enough to know when it comes down to how people operate, right?
Basically. Again,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to sit there and be running my mouth, and then next thing you know, you got the whole family and the whole world knowing that.
Absolutely.
You know, even being a celebrity, I'm not going to run my mouth like that because, again, you say one little
thing.
But
they get mad when the celebrities is very hush-hush about things. Like, okay, for example, like on Bossa, right, they gave Lil Romeo tribute for Father's Day, right? You know he's a dad now.
Yeah,
beautiful little baby girl, right?
That,
Okay, so basically, I guess like a lot of fans felt the way that he didn't announce a pregnancy and all this other bull crap. They didn't say it until the baby was born. But like he said, keeping his girlfriend and her pregnancy in the media does nothing but cause stress because everybody have an opinion on what she may look like, what they wear, and how she looked during her pregnancy. So I don't blame him for keeping her identity concealed Because it's not going to do anything to cause issues in their relationship. For example, look at all the women, the celebrities that end up pregnant. All they do is talk about how fat the person got and all of this crazy, and cause them nothing but stress because you're constantly searching the vlogs and seeing what they're saying about you. And sometimes people just want that moment to themselves. You understand what I'm saying?
I didn't even know he had a kid. I totally forgot about
like
that.
they just want that moment to themselves. They just want to bask in that moment without the pain of others. And I don't blame him, like I say, for protecting her identity and letting her get through a healthy pregnancy, because she probably would have been stressed the hell out.
Yeah.
They probably would have been throwing Angela in it and everything, and Angela ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, just because they so used to trying to pair Angela and Romeo together. It probably would have been something stupid like that. But like I said, he ain't say nothing till his baby was born. And I don't blame you, because guess what? The baby got here healthy. The mother had a healthy pregnancy. And bam. That's just how it is. Nobody even knew that Romeo was in a relationship. I didn't know he was with nobody.
I didn't know neither.
But see, sometimes you got to be that way. Because everybody, especially in the celebrities, end up with somebody that somebody else is with. And it's just messy. It's like, just can't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't do it. So, yeah, that's an example of, like I said, keeping people the hell out of your business. For sure. Absolutely, wholeheartedly. What's your opinion on that?
I just told you.
No, what I'm saying is, do you think that it was a bad decision that Romeo didn't announce that?
Nah, like I said, when you're a celebrity, it's nothing wrong with keeping your life private, honestly. Because, like I just said, if you say any little thing, post a picture, certain day, like you said, you know the world gonna bash. It's like you said, they the type that would throw Angela in it.
Yep.
No, this person, that person in it. No, so I'm saying I'm like, nah, at all. Because like I just said, if we were celebrities, nobody won't be knowing none of that. None of our business, honestly. That's the way you have to be. You have to. So there's nothing wrong with being private, though. Honestly, it's not. It don't matter, celebrity, not celebrity. It don't matter.
And I 100% agree. Like, prime example, that's like Nick Cannon. Every time he knocks somebody up, somebody got an opinion in the media, right? What's his problem?
But then you have to say, how the world is they finding that out, though? I might say, it's not like, I don't ever really hear him say it. Is he saying it?
I can't say if he's saying it, but I do know that they come out pretty like this when they're about maybe 7, 8, 9 months pregnant. Even they come out and then announce their pregnancies with like a baby shower, like a gender reveal day. He'll come out and be like, oh well, I got another person pregnant. Then it's like, well, what the hell? Like, Nick Cannon? Really? Like, okay, prime example.
Yeah. But I never really heard him like come out and say like how the media be, you know, basically just saying that this and that, you know.
Okay, like prime example, right? That's like when his son passed, right?
But that's understandable there, yeah.
No, but what I'm saying, that's like when his son passed, and then next you know he came out and was like he expected another baby.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of people, were trying to say,
because
about
they like,
that.
Wait, hold on. How is it that, you know, you just lost a child and now you're expecting...
Support for this podcast is brought to you by Delmarva Power. An old fridge or freezer can waste energy, costing you more than $80 per year to run. As a Delmarva Power Delaware customer, you get $50 plus no-cost pickup for recycling an old, working fridge or freezer. Get $25 more for recycling an AC unit or dehumidifier at the same time. You'll do good for your community and the environment by keeping appliances out of landfills. Schedule your pickup today at delmarva.com/recycle. Support for this podcast is brought to you by Delmarva Power. An old fridge or freezer can waste energy, costing you more than $80 per year to run. As a Delmarva Power Delaware customer, you get $50 plus no-cost pickup for recycling an old, working fridge or freezer. Get $25 more for recycling an AC unit or dehumidifier at the same time. You'll do good for your community and the environment by keeping appliances out of landfills. Schedule your pickup today at delmarva.com/recycle.
Another one. People feel like some sick way. People feel like it was planned. It's not planned for a damn baby to lose their life. But that's the whole thing, what I'm talking about with involving other people in your business and to resolving the issues, is the people giving their opinion on him losing one child and then having another, is that going to resolve the issue? No. Is that going to bring his son back? Absolutely not. Is that going to take away the brain cancer that took that poor baby out? Absolutely not. Is that new child going to replace the one that he just lost? Absolutely not. You know?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, involving other people in other opinions in certain situations, it don't do nothing but cause more problems.
Yeah.
That's all it does. That's just my opinion. I just feel like it just causes more problems.
It does.
Right? So, like I say, y'all, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, whoever, keep it to a minimum. 1, even 2 people sometimes could be too much.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
And really be selective about what you say and what you tell. Yes, there may be some situations where you feel like you really got to get it out and talk to somebody, because I know I definitely have those moments where I'll tell you everything, but I may have a moment where I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I should get a second opinion or some more advice. And I may ask my dad, or my number one, I may run and call your mother.
Yeah.
You know, just to get that. But those are people who I trust with certain information.
Yeah.
Those not people who I gotta kind of like second guess. You get what I mean? So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's my opinion on that, y'all. So like I said, babe, you ready to rock out with these tunes?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So like I said, y'all already know Tuesdays is Freestyle Tuesdays, where we have a topic and we talk about that with y'all and all that. Follow us on our YouTube at The Living Life Family. Follow us on our TikTok. Same thing, Living Life Family. And hit that subscribe, follow us, get this podcast out there. Tell everybody about the His Word podcast. And we're going to be back, y'all, with episode number 26. Y'all already know. Have a safe and blessed week, because y'all is a crazy world. Don't forget to mask up and be safe out here in these streets. I know it's the summertime. I know it's getting warmer and everybody want to turn up. But y'all, turn up safely, please, because literally almost every day you hear about mass shootings and stabbings, and it's just devastating. You know, COVID took enough of us out. Why do we got to continue to take each other out over petty nonsense? You know what I'm saying? So like I said, get this podcast out there. We're going to see y'all in another episode of His Word, Her Word. You already know, babe. Take them out with them tunes, though.